and detachment of the thought that is not beneficial to bhakti, that is even more difficult. But as simple as not eating the food outside, yeah, even that, it is going to be a process. We need internal preparation. Internal preparation, we have to be kind to ourselves, one step at a time. The fall downs will happen in the sense we will not do what we wanted to do. That will happen. But still, we have to gather ourselves and slowly head that way. It is not going to be an easy journey at all. I have to say this. But we should look forward to, oh, how wonderful it would be if I don't eat outside, if I don't get pulled by this sense. How wonderful it would be, Krishna. When will you take me to that place? I don't want this pushing. I don't want this pulling. For that sake, yes, Krishna. So our focus is should be more on how wonderful it will be if I'm not pulled by this. That's one thing. Second thing is prayerfully and gratefully do the process. Build it up internally, prayerfully, gratefully, and glorifying the state of not being pulled. So the whole energy and focus is more positively invested within. It shouldn't be a struggle of cutting something outside. It's difficult and we shouldn't do that. It will rebounce. Whatever sense it may be. The 5 senses, 6th sense mind also. Ours is not jnana, detachment. It will rebounce. We may start to feel like this bhakti is very difficult to do. And we will try to stay away from bhakti because it is not easy to get detached like that. We are equating bhakti with detachment with the senses here, which is not right. Bhakti means positively get attached to Krishna from within. In a way that gives you life, that gives you anchoring. Oh, how wonderful it will be, Krishna. Can you please naturally, positively, in a way that you anchor to Krishna? With that, the gadi aise chalta hai. It will move. It will move with less effort. And we look forward to this stage that we are dreaming for. So all the effort, thought, and time is to be positively dreaming and praying for that liberated stage. It's actually a liberated stage. I'm telling this because I experienced so much pulling in the past, and I didn't like that feeling of being pulled. There was, I'm telling, 1 or 2 dishes outside from the restaurant that I could not cook. But I didn't like that pulling part. So I used to think, oh, when would that state come? So when I go out with my family during the, when we go out, and they know my favorite part when we go out is to serve them what they like. I like doing that. So my relishment is to serve what they like, not in eating what is there. So it has changed over a period of time, and it is possible for all of us. I'm just sharing that. But it's a liberation though. So when we go sit with them, there is so much food out there, so tasty, everything, but it doesn't matter to you. Whoa, there's a beautiful feeling of liberation for a small thing. So it is possible for all of us, but we just have to invest it internally, positively, naturally with Krishna. That's all, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for explaining that.
Thank you.
Giving your own example. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Prabhu. Own little example. Thank you.
Looking forward for the next session, Mataji.
Yes.
How to do Nishkama Karma Yoga.
This second, third chapter. Yes. But most of the process is given here. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes. Hare. Divyambara Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much for a wonderful class, Mataji. I would Jyotsna Mataji kind of echoed my thoughts, that you tied this with the sadhana bhakti. It really made it relevant and gave us pointers like to how to make it applicable, instead of just being it like for me, theoretical concept. Um, Mataji, I just wanted to ask this for clarification. When we say we do activity as an offering to Krishna, right? So is that like my mood? That I say that I'm internalizing that thought or that mood, that I'm trying to do this as an offering to you, Krishna. I'm remembering Krishna while doing something,
Yeah.
and also not being too much affected, or at least try not to be too much affected by the results. Is that right?
Exactly. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Because right now it will be more like I'm making an effort to say
Right.
that there. I'm
Right.
just
Right.
trying to bring that into practice.
Yes, exactly. Abhyas. This is voluntary effort that is put in now. Yes, until it becomes so natural. Right?
Okay.
That's all.
And Mataji, when we say using your intelligence, to hold on to that anchor of sadhu and shastra, or doing nishkarm karma yoga, as an offering to Krishna. So using your intelligence means, since we have heard this message repeatedly, I remind myself of this, say
Yes.
whenever I'm in a situation, that's called using your intelligence to. Okay.
Yes. So when the mind says, oh, say if the result is not there, then the mind will say, do I have to go do that now? Even if I do it, there is no result. Then whatever we heard from Bhagavad Gita, whatever we heard from Sadhu Shastra says, no, you don't care about the result. You should keep going in the service, like whatever Bhagavad Gita said. We choose to follow the voice, the words of Shastra and Sadhu instead of what mind is saying. That's what using the intelligence means. Yes.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. I think as time is going by, our friend circle is kind of getting more and more limited to devotees. But then still there are some non-devotee friends. And sometimes out of my own inclination, sometimes out of social obligation, you have to kind of let go of certain things, and you feel that you have to explain yourself to others. So those situations can become tricky, that I'm choosing this over something else. Like this evening, I really needed to hear this class, Mataji. I family is somewhere else and I'm here, and I know in the process I have probably disappointed some people. So Mataji, again, um, one is for I'm answerable to myself, right? This is what I wanted to do. But say when it comes to all those relationships that are also important and they are there, um, do I have to explain what do I do, or over the period of time my priorities will become clear to them? How does that work, Mataji?
Thank you, Divya Mardar Mataji. Thank you for voicing this out. I feel relieved when these things are voiced out, when you all voice out. Thank you, because it can help other devotees too. This is a process. This is expected. All of us go through it because the priorities change. So we have to settle down and we have to be in terms with us, first of all. First of all, we have to know that this is going to happen. It's common. Priorities are different now. Second thing is, we have to be comfortable with what we are doing. And it may not happen overnight, being comfortable also. Even getting comfortable to what we are doing also will be a process. But we have to still head towards Krishna, even if it is gradually also. And clearly over a period of time, it will be clear to others that the priorities are different. We don't necessarily have to, we will know if we have to just indicate them, or if we have to stay quiet, or if we have to make it clear to them. Whatever is suitable to that particular relationship and to that person, we may just do accordingly. But our focus is to continue gradually going towards Krishna and to the association that is fostering our bhakti. That should not stop. And it doesn't have to be drastic, but the direction should not change and gradually should go.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Like you said, it's a process. So there will be those unsettling feelings
Yes.
earlier, and it will slowly be less and less,
It will.
less, and hopefully it will go away someday.
It will. But to mention, there will be unsettling feelings. Sometimes we are like, am I doing it right? And then in those instances, then we will be adjusting the intensity, adjusting the frequency. Maybe go to a place, stay for a little bit, and then come back. Or maybe just give a phone call. So this fine tuning will happen. But the direction and effort will not change. Just fine tuning to be sensitive to others might happen. And by this time, the message goes out clearly that the priority has changed. It's natural.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
for the question. I feel relieved because I have gone through all this. As I'm sharing this, I feel relieved. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare. I am feeling better when you are asking all this, because in the morning prayers and soon after Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a limited time. I only speak and I don't get hear from you, and I don't know what thoughts you have, what questions you have. So I am feeling better. Thank you. Thank you, dear devotees, for your questions.
Mataji, I wanted to say one more thing, please.
Yeah.
Mataji, we cannot hear this enough from you. Like, when you say we all are on individual journeys and we don't have to compare ourselves to anybody else around. This is like, sometimes this is not said out loud so much, but we cannot hear this message enough number of times, Mataji.
Oh, yes,
because,
please.
like, at one or the other point you start comparing, like, that, and not in a negative way, but yes, you start doubting your own, like, where am I going, which direction. But, like, we just, like, your words so many times echo in our head, because we hear it so much from you and you reinforce that so much. So it is very helpful, Mataji.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that out. I will try to say this more, Mataji. On that note, if you allow me to say this, dear devotees, and before I say something, I have to say the Gita Pravaha has ended at 8:20. So I am not holding you. If you have things to do, it's okay if you want to do it. But please feel free to clear up all your questions. I want to be here to clarify all these things. But if you have to, I don't want to hold you up, that also is there. So please feel free, choose to do what you like to. And this thing I want to say, Mataji, Bhakti, it's not so much about comparing at all with the devotees around, not at all. That will be our major block. Even before any block that anybody places, first major block to myself is when I compare with others. That is a major block. And major block, major distress, everything, that comparison thing. And bhakti is personal, and it's so much internal. So much internal. I think that's all I am able to say now. I've become more conscious of time. But please, bhakti is so voluntary, such a personal journey with Krishna within. And as much as we see like that personal journey with Krishna within, then we will be able to be in harmony with everybody around, all the devotees around. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, yes, please, next. Yeah, please go ahead. All three of you raised, and whoever would like to go ahead. Vidya Mataji. Madhava, you have a question, beta. I think you have waited for some time. But you please go ahead. At least ask the question, beta.
Okay, Mataji. So my question was, how do we offer our results to Krishna?
It's we just do our duty with full potential, do the service with full potential. That's it. And we don't think about the results. That's all.
Okay.
It's like, tennis ball. When the ball is in your court, you get focused. You see where the ball is. Go, run there and hit the ball so it goes to the other side. That's all. What happens on the other side is not our job. Did we give our full potential? That's all. That itself is offering results to Krishna, because we're not even thinking of results, Krishna, about the results. That's one thing, being detached to the result. And if somebody, say, if it is a business deal or something, offering results to Krishna is whatever benefit we get, then we give it for Krishna. It's like if I win a lottery, or if I get some bonus or anything in my salary. Salary is the result of my work. So offering my result to Krishna is giving a part of my salary to Krishna. That is also one more way of offering a result to Krishna.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, beta. So to contribute the substance is offering, and not to be attached to the result is also an offering to Krishna. Yes. Thank you, beta. Vidya Mataji, Nitai Kunman Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful class.
Thank you.
And I'm feeling a little bit lighter when I'm hearing your class. So initially I thought Bhagavad Gita means it's too heavy and too much, too many slokas. But you made it very easy and light. Okay, so coming to the question, so maybe I have a couple of questions. Maybe it's completely related to the same question. I don't know. As an initial devotee, practicing devotee, I'm practicing chanting 16 rounds, but sometimes my mind go to like in a different mode, like watching movies or doing some other things. And the second one, that when I'm chanting, okay, some rounds I feel okay, very good, pretty good, but sometimes I don't feel like that much interesting. And also I'm not getting like a taste. Maybe I don't know, it will be eventually happen, but right now my feeling is okay, I'm doing as a just for the time being, I'm doing because I have accepted 16 rounds, so I just doing that is in my mind. And third one, that you said voluntarily we have to do service, but that thing is not coming in my core of the heart. So these are the questions.
Good. Yes.
Would you please guide me?
Right. It's simple. It's easy, Mataji. Regarding the mind, we will not have the taste in the beginning. We will not even want to chant. Forget about the taste. We will not even want to chant sometimes. It will be like that. And this is all the effect of the ignorance and passion, the modes. So it will be like that. But all we need to do is taste or not. I want it or not. I have to do 16 rounds. So what happens with that is we are building sattva. We are coming to the mode of goodness by making our mind regular. I have to chant 16 rounds means we are bringing the mind to the mode of goodness. When it is saying, I don't want to chant, or I don't like chanting, or I'm not getting the result, I'm not getting the taste, these are all the excuses the mind give because of the ignorance and passion. So no matter what, I will chant 16 rounds is bringing to sattva. So that's all, Mataji. Until we get initiated, and even after we get initiated also, it takes time for the mind to get to sattva. So we don't have to feel disappointed. We just have to see that we are chanting 16 rounds. That's all. Second thing is, as much as possible, don't have any voluntary distractions as much as possible. No TV going on, no something going on. Let's as much as possible, just see that there is no external distraction. Only these two things in the beginning. That's all. And when you log in Zoom, when you are with others, that is a motivation. Then we will not feel like, oh, I am only chanting, getting up in the morning. In the morning, only me chanting, and then we'll feel sleepy. But when we just, so either like, I got up in the morning, is it only me? Oh, I am really working hard. So all these things with the mind can play. But when we see that all the devotees have logged in and we are there, then we get motivation. So I am not the only one. There are many devotees there. So that also can help. So whatever helps us to keep going every day regularly. That's all. That's all our focus is in the beginning.
And yeah, and the thing is like watching movies and other stuff, like any other YouTube shorts, those things. How?
Yeah, those things, let everything be natural, Mataji.
Oh, okay, okay.
Everything be natural. As much as possible, increase your hearing to Krishna, increase the devotee association, like that. So positively increase the positive things. The negative things will go away. As we increase to be with the devotee association, and your next question is, I don't feel like doing service. Everybody feels like that in the beginning. Oh, it is too far. Oh, I don't feel well, I think. Maybe I have something to do. All these things will come, same thing as mind did with japa, with service also it will do. But voluntarily, I know I don't feel like going, but still, it is said in Bhagavad Gita that just to start some service, for that reason, I'll go do the service. Like that.
And this one you told in the one of the slides, going back to Godhead and relieving from the birth death cycle. Okay, so if someone is not feeling like not relieving from birth death cycle, then
This question will be answered slowly because once we start, once we take up the process of bhakti and start doing it, then that answer we will be able to understand better.
okay. The thing is like somebody's life is very smooth and soft, so those kind of people they don't want to they don't think in the other mode, but to get rid
Everybody
of.
will get their time, Mataji. Everybody will get their time. And the other thing is, not everybody will be attracted to bhakti. This is one more thing. Just because somebody is in difficulty, they don't necessarily get attracted to bhakti. They will go through the difficulty with pain, but they may not get attracted to bhakti. If somebody is getting attracted to bhakti means they have been pious in the past. So people get attracted to bhakti only when the piety has heaped up, not because they have difficulties. So our duty is just to broadcast the message, and whoever has heaped up their piety, they will get attracted. It's not because we are doing anything. It's just Krishna is letting them do the bhakti because their piety is up. Bhakti is not ordinary. Not everybody gets attracted. So we are very fortunate.
Amazing. Oh my God. Amazing.
Yes.
So yeah, we are fortunate. So we are attracting means we are so much fortunate.
Yes.
Maybe how many birds we never know.
Right.
We
But
get
at least
to reach here.
the journey has started. So we are fortunate.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Hari. Nitai Kunman Prabhu, please go.
Pranams to you.
Pranams to you, Prabhu.
I really like two statements. I mean, there were many out there, of course, and I think the kids did an amazing job on mentioning some of them. One was like both enjoyment and distress is tasting the fruit of the duty. So that was real nice to understand that that is not nishkam karma yoga. Like even the distress part. I mean, we normally look at the enjoyment part, but not the, then we think that if I'm enjoying the taste of my duty, then maybe that is not nishkam. But even the distress part, when you emphasize that, I thought was really nice, Mataji. And then I think it was in the later part where you said that our focus is not to be peaceful and happy. We need to go towards Krishna, and then peace and happiness will automatically come.
Yes.
So those 2 points I thought were really nice. And just having heard a few classes so far, Mataji. I just wanted to thank you for the sessions that are coming through. It's really flowing very beautifully and simple to understand. I think that's the main key that I'm getting out of it. And it is more encouraging that when you pick up the Bhagavad Gita to read it, it feels like, oh, you can understand it. Otherwise, Bhagavad Gita, trying to read it yourself is very challenging to understand what it's trying to say. But thank you, Mataji, for how the flow is coming through and the slides and everything. So thank you for putting it all of this so nicely. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank you, Prabhu. I'm very grateful. It's mercy, because it's not something that can come out of the intelligence, especially when we have to present Shastra like this on a public platform. There are many things that needs to be put in mind when we present, because it has to be authentic also. Many factors are there. And that's why I am very grateful for the way that these topics are coming out. Once the bhakti topic comes, then it just speaks to itself. But these topics heading this way, I'm very grateful. Yes, Prabhu.
Every time I hear the class, it feels, oh, I can pick up Bhagavad Gita and I think I'll understand it better now. That's very hopeful and encouraging that way, Mataji.
I have to mention this thing, Prabhu. When we open Bhagavad Gita, whatever we have heard, we will be able to relate to Srila Prabhupada purports very well now. That is one service that is happening. But when we go in an academic way, then will be very different and it's not needed for us. So, yes, Prabhu, I think we will be able to relate to Srila Prabhupada purports very well after this presentation. And second thing, Prabhu, one thing I meant to mention regarding your first comment, I was very specific to mention that point, Prabhu, that the fruit. And the thing is, Lord Krishna uses this word. It is still called enjoying, tasting the fruit. Actually, in places here and there, it is still called enjoying the fruit, Prabhu. And can you imagine? Distress is also called enjoyment there. In other words, look at the jiva, that it is enjoying the distress. See, for somebody who is in the mode of tamoguna like that, self-pity, Prabhu. You see self-pity? I thought it was amazing. Where else in the world can be that kind of presentation, unless it is coming from Sanatana Dharma. There it is said, you are enjoying the fruit even when it is distressful or happy. I thought it was very interesting. I really like that one. And second thing here is when Lord Krishna is saying, are you miserly? Karpanya. You're so miserly that you want to enjoy a fruit. It makes us feel like, whoa, is that what I'm doing? Because we have been doing only that all this time. And all of a sudden, Bhagavan is saying, are you crazy or mad or miserly? Why is your focus there? When it comes out like that, a wake up one. Otherwise, we wouldn't hear that kind of voice and tone. Wait a minute. So I was being such absurd. What am I doing? That kind of tone from Bhagavan. Are you miserly that you want to enjoy the fruit? He makes it, when the tone comes out like that, Prabhu, it is, it is just cutting the knot there, that you don't want to think about the fruit anymore. And that is such an authentic thing that we see in the Shastra, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, when it comes out like that. That also I wanted to mention. Thank you for picking up that.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare. Dear devotees.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, from Sri.
Hare Krishna, Harvind Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you very much for a nice Katha, Mataji.
Akashavani. Vinalekapothina. We can't hear Akashavani. No.
Oh, okay.
But please go ahead, Prabhu.
I was saying it's nice Katha, Mataji. Like, thank you very much for reminding about the determination and steady anchoring for Bhakti. And thank you very much for reminding that. And these sessions, Bhakti journey started in person Bhakti Vriksha. Like the questions what I hear from the other devotees and all, like it reminds me like where I was like when I started my bhakti journey in person. And now if I look back those questions, what I was asking you and what answers I was getting, it makes more sense now. Thank you very much for that. And thank you very much for all your help all these years and keeping in bhakti journey together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your association, for your determination, and for your sincere association.
No, I don't have nothing. That's what I'm anchoring for. So please bless and pray for me and all the devotees. I request, please pray for me so that I can have that determination and anchoring. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Can I say something, Mataji?
Yes, please.
I wanted to say that we miss you very dearly here, Harivenu Prabhuji, and we are very happy to have your online association, but we really, really miss your presence here.
Yes, Mother. Thank you very much. I miss all of you as well. Thank you very much for.
I'll come very soon. Very soon.
Yes.
Right, Arvind?
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you for the sweet mood that you carry, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mother.
Yes, dear devotees. Okay. We could continue like this next week also. So we can just open the screen, third canto. Let's begin third chapter. Thank you all, dear devotees. Thank you so much, honoring all of your association. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha krupasindubhyevcha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jaya. Srila Prabhupada ki jaya. Samveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jaya. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mother.